Central Illinois is the CI in CI Living.
Well, though he's most well known for his role of Daryl on The Office, Craig Robinson also does voice work for animated projects.
Ooh, Pam Powell sat down with him recently to discuss his role as Shark in the new movie, The Bad Guys. Check it out.
Hey, Craig, how are you?
Pamela, how are you? I'm good, thank you.
Good. And hello from Chicago. And
Chi-town, what's up? What's up to my hometown peeps?
Yeah, you got to miss it, right?
Very much so.
What is one thing that you really miss about Chicago?
Connie's Pizza.
There you go. You're a Southside fan then, right?
I am very much. Connie's, Beggars, Italian Fiesta. You can name it. Come on. Giordano's.
Oh, yeah. And Une, don't forget that.
Une, Luminati's. What do you want from me?
All the pieces possible in Chicago. Let's talk about your new film, The Bad Guys. And
Yes.
You are the shark, or you are Shark. And you're no stranger to animated characters and doing voiceovers, but there's got to be some sort of like a mental difference when you prepare for doing animated voices versus doing live action, right?
Yes, I got into the cage where the sharks like in the water, and I didn't do that. But I did go and have a blast because you go into the booth. You got the director on Zoom, you got the producer on Zoom, and they're just was very collaborative. So I went in. They showed me what the movie was going to be about. They showed me the kids series of books. They showed me the cast who was involved, and then once I got in the booth, we just worked it out. That's the beauty of animation too, because let's say it took me about 3 scenes to really get going with who the shark is. Then you can go back and get those other scenes, no problem. You can't do that with live action.
Cool. So who is the shark in your mind? How did you interpret who the shark is or who Shark is?
He's this, he's a nice guy, who gets a bad rep because he's a shark. He's sensitive, he's sweet, don't get on his bad side. Very simple, kind of like everybody in the world.
Very good. Now, you mentioned the different people that you worked with. Now, you had Mark Maron, Sam Rockwell, Aquafina. I mean, some incredible comedic talents there. And so logistically, were they there or everyone was in Zoom? Tell me about that.
Zero.
Zero?
I think Mark and Sam worked together a couple times, but those are the only pairings that ever, because it was a pandemic.
Right.
So you couldn't. So I was in the booth by myself with just with the director Pierre and Damon producer, and we just bounce jokes off each other.
So you really do rely on the director then to be able to have things
Oh, a billion percent. This was absolutely, yeah. And if he wasn't as funny and smart as he is, then it might be a different movie.
I'm sure it would be. Now, you and I talked years ago for another film that you did. We talked in Chicago, and we talked about your music background in Wolcott, the neighborhood of Wolcott in Chicago, where I used to teach.
Shout out, what up, Walcott?
What to you? I mean, you're talented. Your musical talents are incredible. So, if you could pick a role to do, any role at all, what would you want to do with utilizing your musical talents?
Comedic Purple Rain.
Comedic Purple Rain. I was not expecting that.
or like there's some like biographical characters I like to play. Maybe a Billy Preston or Donny Hathaway, somebody like that. But I gotta lose some weight first.
You keep me posted on those roles. So you've acted, produced, written. You have created a great resume for soundtrack for TV and film. Have you ever thought about stepping into and taking a seat in the director's chair?
I have thought about it. I actually had an opportunity once. That's a whole nother ball game, man. And to do that, I mean, hats off to directors, because to do that, you have to be so. First of all, you got to be awake the whole time. As actors, we can go sit in the chair, wait, like this. The director's got to be on point you scouting and just know every nook and cranny of everything. They really do some unsung work there. So it would have to be a project that I'm so deeply, connected to that I would have that no one else could direct it but me.
Fantastic.
Craig Robinson's story. Craig Robinson, the musical.
There you go. Now you got something. You'll start writing and directing in the next year. I can't wait to see it. Craig Robinson, thank you so much for joining me on WCIA TV. I really appreciate it.
Likewise. Thank you, Pam. Bye, Chicago.
And a big thank you to Pam Powell for sharing that interview with us. For more reviews and witty banter, you can always check out the Real Talk with Chuck and Pam YouTube channel for their video reviews and segments, or just go to their website for links to that weekly podcast.